G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 9 of my beginner's Vitality Caster Ritualist playthrough. In between episodes, I've cleaned my inventory out, and we have a little bit of a conversation pie to go here. What can I do? I can skip that particular cutscene, and we are... where are we? Where's the tick? Give me the green tick. There we go. Okay, we are heading into the Bog, so it is time to start Ashes of Malmouth. And that starts over here at the Barrage Village. Now, I am going to take a quick detour into the East Marsh here, because I believe, maybe I've already done that, but I think there is a devotion shrine in there for me. I have not done it yet, so we will be going back to town because I need to pick up some scrap. And hopefully I've got enough dynamite. I do. Unfortunately, the town's been redecorated, but what can you do? Right, so I need, I think it's 10 scrap to repair that bridge. It's something along those lines, so we'll just grab 10 of those. And you know what? I'm not going to make that run. I could run back there, but there's honestly no need to. Alright, so, there's also no need to kill these. They're level 15. They're not worth pretty much anything. I'll probably drop a Ravenous Earth by the bridge here, just to kind of clear the area, but these guys also are not really worth killing. There we go. Alright, so this area has a couple of things. The first one, and the most dangerous one as well, I'll go see if it's here. But there is indeed a celestial shrine in this area. A celestial totem, rather. And you really don't want to mess with these things on hardcore. This little section here is full of cultists, and there is a daddy cultist, we're going to call him. If you just follow this road up there, there's a bit of a church, almost. And the big bad head of the cult is living over there. So the totem isn't here. There's, I think, 3 places it can be. I'm not going to run down to the 3rd place. I'm not doing this totem because I choose life. Easily the most dangerous type of totem in the game. So anyone who's had any issues with, you know, ancient Aether-warped totems or anything like that, just note that this particular totem, the Celestial one, is the most dangerous there is. It's even more dangerous than any kind of ancient totem. So keep that in mind. Okay, there is also, as you can see, a savage, or an ancient savage totem up here. I'm pretty sure all of the totems in this area that aren't the celestial one, I'm pretty sure they're all ancient, but regardless, this is definitely an ancient totem. And we just got Ice Snap to deal with here. And we have got ourselves a couple of blues that I'm not going to use. And probably not any of the rares either. These ones are not bad. These are definitely not bad. And I do need some elemental. So I might have a look at those gloves. Crimson Briar Band, almost certainly not. Yeah, no, pet stuff. Kind of, who cares? Alright. Downgrade in armor, downgrade in damage, upgrade in health, and different resistances. So, no. And yeah, same for the boots. Minor upgrade in armor, but otherwise not really any good. Okay, once we get over this section in the East Marsh, we can, 1, check for a treasure trove, which should be... I was going to say it should be around here, but apparently it's not there, so it's most likely in one of the other spawn locations. Or I've got the location wrong, that's also possible. I don't come in here very often to farm totems, so it is entirely possible that I'm looking in the wrong place. And the other thing, maybe I should have grabbed the quest to come out here, actually. That's fine. We're just going to kill Kaliskar and grab the devotion shrine and kind of be on our way. Alright, so here's Kaliskar. And we're just gonna blow that up. I am seriously considering dropping Bone Harvest here. It's getting in the way of casting Ravenous Earth, and Ravenous Earth needs to be the majority of the casting that I do. I say as I again cast the wrong spell. Alright, there he goes. Soul Thief is not for us, and Aggressive of Soleil's Malice is actually quite good. Soleil's Malice is a combination Vitality and Chaos affix, I guess we'll call it, since that's what it is. And on other items, it comes with a Doombolt proc from memory. Am I remembering correctly? It might be the circle. Anyway, on another item, that would come with a damage proc. I'm pretty sure it's a Doombolt. It may be a what's the sigil called? Something of consumption. Sigil of consumption? I can't remember it. It might be that one, but yeah, it definitely comes with a proc. Alright, where were we up to? We were doing Scholar's Light here. Ellie Res, I'm pretty happy to get. The rest of that is nice to have as well. And then the next one, a little bit of Aether Res. That should actually cap... Yeah, that'll cap my Aether resistance. So pretty happy about that one too. Coming out here just for the shrine, we also have the Fang of the Bone Hunter. This is a quest item for Anasteria the Witch, and I'm not doing her quest, so we can just leave that on the floor. And now that we've got that, the reason to be in that area is done, and we can be on our way. And of course, the fast and easy way to get through this section is blocked off, so we have to go around. So I'm pretty sure these are, yeah, they're all level 19. No good at all. I am going to take another detour, actually, and we're going to go into one of Act 1's secret areas. So if you come under this bridge here, you'll find a cave. And if you go through the cave, you'll find yourself on a little island. And on that island, there is an Exalted Stash. There is potentially 2 treasure troves. And I don't think there's a shrine there, but I could be wrong. So I am going to go and check. I'm pretty sure the shrine is only there in Ultimate, but I also want to check the treasure troves more than anything else, I guess. So I'm going to go there and have a look anyway. So, treasure troves over here on the right. I'm not seeing the devotion shrine, so I'm pretty sure it's not there. Did we get any treasure troves? Doesn't look like it. Come all this way for no reason. They are scaling. The monsters in this area are scaling. So the treasure trove should be somewhere along this edge here, and then just along here-ish, I think. They're not here. Not the end of the world. There will also be an Exalted Stash over here. There's a few other places this one can spawn. They're all on this little island, though, so go ahead and grab it. Wreath of Souls is not bad. Assuming it's the Necro +1 all Necro skill helmet. Yes, it is. And I may actually end up using that. That's an upgrade in pretty much every way. Let's go see if we can chuck that on. I definitely need to get around to doing a no blue item or a greens only playthrough. Piercing resist. Yeah, you know what? I don't need that. The OA is kind of the same-ish. Yeah, we're swapping that in for sure. And we'll give him some dynamite as well, which, you know, can't end well. Okay, give me my component back. Chuck that back on there, and we are looking real good right now. Another +1 to all skills in Necromancer. We're up to 3, I think? 3? 3 sounds right. We can get another 2, so we can get +1 on a belt, and also +1 on a relic, once we've obviously found the blueprints for them. I'm not going to use this, although it wouldn't be horrible. I think we just go ahead and vendor all of this stuff. There we go. Alright. So we're getting closer to having Ravenous Earth maxed out. The good thing about that is once you do get it completely maxed out, you end up getting to reclaim skill points. So if I get an item, let's say a pair of rings that are coming up, if I get a pair of rings with +3, well, I'm pretty sure they're +2, but let's say they're +3 each. That gives me 6 skill points. It means I can take 3 points out of that skill and still be at the hard cap. So I actually get +3 to any skill of my choice at that point. Which is pretty good. Alright, D2 is over. Let's get into the jungle, or the forest, or what are we calling it? Swamp? I don't know. It's kind of more of a jungle, really. Okay, and Dralgar goes down. Now, this little section here, there's very little in this area that we actually want. I wouldn't mind getting a couple, I think it's living rings with +2 or 3 to Ravenous Earth. We can farm that from Silvaria. We could also farm it from the merchant in the Ancient Grove. It's also a possibility. Although with the nerfs to that method of getting gear in, I think, 1.2, that's not as good a method as it used to be. Although you can still do it. You can still go through that shop and reset it a whole bunch of times, and you can come out of it with a bunch of double rare rings. So it is still viable, but it's nowhere near as fast as it used to be. They cut the chance of actually getting rare affixes on items from that store. I want to say in half, but definitely reduced greatly. From any store, the chance of getting rares is much reduced. Yeah, I don't think I want any of this. That's fine. Okay, so Gloomwald, my favorite area in the entire game. At least for farming. I don't know that I would say it's my favorite area to look at, because, well, honestly, I'm actually kind of sick of looking at it, to be fair. But it is a very good area for farming. And I would say probably the best area in the game for farming loot. Not so great while you're leveling. While you're leveling, you don't really farm loot unless you're doing something crazy, like Perdition build or something like that, which I strongly recommend against. I mean, it's fun to do it once, I guess. Alright, so I'm checking here next to this stump for a treasure trove. It's not there. Doesn't really matter, I will find it. There's also potentially a totem just there. Again, it's not there, and again, it doesn't really matter because I will find it. And these plants that you kill the first time sometimes come back, and they sometimes come back as hero plants. So these ones here, that still look like they're plants, you kill them, and there's a chance they come back. Not for that one. And they can come back as heroes and give you some nice loot. Alright, we'll take care of Palros. This section here, you can run into... I'm blanking on the name, but there's a hero cannibal that that has some vitality stuff. I think it's a helmet from memory. You can... Pakla's the name. You can run into Pakla just here. Also just here, I think. Don't quote me on that second one, but definitely the first one. You can run into Pakla just north of this house. Also a decent chance of getting heroes there if you don't get Pakla. Same in this house, you can get a decent chance at heroes. Pakla doesn't live here, but heroes do. Also, Nain's stash here. You can read this, but basically you pick that node up and it gives you a dynamite site, which you can trade your dynamite for an exalted stash. Generally speaking, it's a pretty good trade. And then this little area here, this section is also really good for farming. So we're actually going, taking a trip, I guess we'll call it, on my favorite farming route. Here is treasure trove location number 1. There is another spot where this could have spawned. Obviously it didn't because it's here. Ancient undead totem can spawn kind of here-ish as well. So there's a decent amount of loot in this little cellar. There is also, however, a little bit of a scary boss here, just on this next platform, so just up here. And it's Avril Lavigne. She's giving a concert up here. And looks like she's not actually here this time. But Avarice actually lives right here. Does a lot of vitality damage, heals herself and also the monsters or the cannibals, I guess, on this platform will also heal her, so she is very, very annoying to kill if you don't kill her friends first. And even then, she can heal herself a little bit. And I have definitely been one-shot from full health by Avarice before, so definitely someone to keep an eye out for. Alright, you guys need to not be here for a second, because I'm busy looting stuff. I'm also going to come in here, grab this one, and then beat down this wardrobe, run in here, and we've got some hidden loot. Not really in the walls so much, but still hidden loot. Still fun to grab. And out the other side. Right, we've got a devotion shrine there, which I'm really happy to see. Because that means we are getting a little bit closer to starting the Revenant. Good chance of heroes in this section here. There's also, this is a spawn location for one of the quest Wendigos, which we don't have access to just yet. But once we get through the Barrowhome stuff, we probably won't have enough reputation, but they're, I think it's their honored quest. Maybe not. No, it should be their honored quest is going to be for the Wendigos there. Here's another treasure trove. This is the second plate where it can spawn. Picked up a couple of blues there. Zolhan stuff. I'm just down on physique, basically. These are quite good, but I want the resistances from the other one, so I'm going to not do that. Alright, and we are going to kill all this off. There's a level. There's a Basilisk Crest, which is exactly what I wanted. Doesn't have the Chaos Res that I want. However, I'm still going to try and put that on immediately. Resistance-wise, yeah, I need that component back. Chaos Res, not such a big deal. But, the Basilisk Crest here. +3 to decay, which is this one, which is really good, extra damage. And then also minus 0.4 second skill recharge on Ravenous Earth. Now, if you've already got 2 of these bone spikes, you're now up to minus 1.2 second skill recharge, which should put you around about 2 seconds, something like that. 1.8, does that change it? Yeah, it does. So you'll be at 1.4 second skill recharge, which is crazy good. That's like, I'm going to put another point in cunning there. That's really, really good. Right, what else we got? We've got Harbinger of Souls here. Now, all that flat damage only goes onto Bone Harvest, so we don't really care so much about that. The percentage stuff is really good. The attack damage converted to health, again, only on Bone Harvest. And then the attack and casting speed is kind of nice to have. Getting this is not the most amazing thing in the world, but it's still pretty good. Alright, we've completed Scholar's Light. We've now unlocked Rathush, the Veil Warden, and this is going to be next up. So we need 6 devotion points, and we'll have our resistance shredding proc ready to go. Right, let's just go and get my component back here. Losing that Chaos Res kind of sucks. Losing that flat vitality damage also kind of sucks, but this is the one we want. We want this one, absolutely. This is the Ravenous Earth medal, so getting my hands on this, I'm quite happy about it. The affixes on this are not amazing, so I will probably end up swapping this out at some point if I find a better one, obviously. But for now, that one is pretty good. I'm very happy about that. And let's put our move skill back there. Okay, checking for the totem. Again, could be right here. It's not, so we'll have to go and find it. I know exactly where it is now. There's only 3 locations where it can be. And it wasn't at the first 2. So by process of elimination, it can only be at the 3rd one. This little section here, this could be a treasure trove as well. So if you didn't find your treasure trove here, or here, then it's going to be here. There's only 3 locations where it can be. Don't forget also to grab Garrett here. We just take the top option until we get to the end. Oh, it's a hero. How about that? Hi, Haldra. Bye, Haldra. Okay, conflagration, not really what I'm after. I mean, I'll take it for sure. Next stop over here on the left is the dynamite site for the free exalted stash, even though it's not really free because I got to pay a dynamite for it, but we're going to call it free. There we go. Come in here, grab the stash, and we'll be on our way. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore that. Yep. I'm walking away. Alright, so in here I'm gonna find Avarice, and I'm also gonna find, pretty sure, my totem from the previous one, because it didn't spawn in the previous location, so it's very likely to be in there. Here is my Savage Totem, which again has to be in the 3rd location because it wasn't in the first 2. Let's go ahead and pop it. Alright, what do we got? Death Chill, the Eye, Farmstead Liberator. None of this is particularly amazing, so we'll just pick it all up. Eat the blueprints and play some Tetris with our inventory. Alright, I'm going to poke my head down here. I'm going to kill Avarice and see if the totem's here. It is here, which is nice. There we go. So Avarice here, Avarice Marrowill. You definitely want to kill off her friends first. So I'm going to run around in circles a little bit. These ones, especially the Blood Singers and I think it's is it Wraith Speaker or something like that? They can heal, so you absolutely want to take care of them first. Okay, and we're going to reflect all of the things back to her. There we go. Now, I know that didn't look particularly amazingly difficult, but take my word for it, she hits pretty hard. I mean, or don't. You don't have to. You can figure it out on your own. Okay, Totem. What do we get? Goliath Signet. Unfortunately, not much good. Same with the blueprint. And none of this is looking particularly amazing, although... Nah. Need resistances. Okay. Anyway, there was a nice little distraction there. Didn't need to kill Avarice, but it doesn't hurt. And loot is loot, right? So once again, we are going to be following the road and heading in a north direction. At least until here. We have to go around. The bridge is out. Generally speaking, if you're not sure where to go in this game, just head north and follow the road. And you'll usually end up where you need to be. This little section of the Gloomwald, the second half, not so great for farming loot, but it is quite good for farming these things. Ugdom Blooms. So one here, next one here. These are sometimes traps, which is really annoying. I will actually show the farming route I use for these because I kind of want to farm some. So 1, 2, and then we come down this way and we head into a super secret little underground path here, or under bridge, I guess. And here is another one. This trap doesn't seem to always be here, but it's semi-regularly here. Get the hidden spoils. Grab all this. And the rotting stump, this is what I'm actually here for. Because... didn't drop one. Basically, the Ugden blooms here. You want to get as many as you can while you're leveling up, because you will have to farm them once you get to level 100. Kind of doesn't matter what build you're playing, you're going to need tons of them. So getting a few while you're leveling is not a bad idea, so you don't have quite so many to farm when you get to 100. May as well grab the last one. Since I'm in the area, since I made a big song and dance about it, we'll go get the last one. Just here. This is the last one I usually get. I think there are another couple sort of way down the south here. Definitely not worth heading down there to get them, but you can if you wish. Just gonna kill these guys off. I need to go out the back here and fight Caraxus. Also, there's a trapped treasure chest just around the corner here too, so we'll pick that up. There we go. And that should take care of them. Throw a dot on you guys. And here is the Den of Caraxus. Now, we're just going to kill him. And it's not really going to be difficult. Hardest part about Caraxus is getting through this little trash back here. This isn't particularly hard, but the big tree golem things do tend to have a decent amount of health. And they can hit pretty hard too. Made of Ugden blooms as well, which is nice. Alright, here's Caraxus, and we're just gonna kind of kill him. That's just gonna be fine. And down he goes. Any second now. There we go. Alright, Heart of Caraxus, Ugdenborg Gurgle. Yeah, none of that. There can be a totem in here. If you see it on the map, it's around about here. Definitely worth doing because totem. But yeah, I'm just not going to. I don't have the totem there. There's no point going over that side if you don't have the totem. So we will just grab the heart and be on our way. And of course, we can hear the cannibals screeching in the distance. I'm not sure why, but that little scream they do when they die is amusing. Alright, we have made it to the Coven. And tonight's episode is going to be a little bit of a shorter one. I'm running a little light on time, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm going to end this episode here at the Coven. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one after I've emptied my inventory and such. And goodbye for now.